Okay, so I had the best night's sleep of my life last night. It's like 8:38. That's 11:11. 8:38 right now. Just getting up and took a baking soda bath last night. Did some research on healing, and that's all I care about is the healing. I don't care about what the stuff is. It doesn't really matter, but by the how I was reacting to it, it's like spores, like fungaloid spores that are contained in this filament and that they spray out with the chemtrails and different things. So it's not just the heavy metals. There's all kinds of stuff that they spray out. Like I said, spores, funguses, and then this filament stuff. Just I still have to research that even more, but um, I had like these little balls come out of my skin that were like little tapioca balls. They were kind of like gel like, but they held their shape and they looked just like kind of clearish, kind of maybe like um a little bit of yellowish just cuz your body the whatever when it secretes stuff, but it was over the summer and I mentioned it when I think I it was a twin flame reading, so I might have deleted it, but it was several few months ago, and so I think it was like during the summer, and they were just itching and sore, and I couldn't stand. I was just like, whatever is in, I just need to pop these things or whatever to get it out of my skin, and there were like six little spots on the inside of my left wrist, and they came out, and they all looked like these little like tapioca balls, like when a piece of tapioca gets like swollen up with water, that's exactly what it looked like, and it felt so good to have it out of my skin. I was just very relieved, but I didn't have a microscope or, examine it or anything like that. I just put it on a piece of tissue paper and threw it away. So, um, I almost kind of wish I would have saved it because my dad's ordering a microscope for himself and for me too. He's going to be sending me that. I'm not really too intrigued with. I really don't care what it is. People claim they have filaments and this and that, all kinds of stuff coming out of their skin. My concern is focusing on healing. And so that baking soda bath I took last night, I dumped a whole box of, it might not have been a whole box because it was already open, but and just enough water to cover the back of my head when I laid back in the bath. So it was strong baking soda water, and it took this all these patches all over my head, all the skin, like that kept sloughing off, and I was using the steroid creams the doctors gave me. That wasn't working, and I had it for weeks and weeks, and it comes and goes and comes and goes, and sometimes it's worse than others, and I've been dealing with it for 3 years. So inflammation, all kinds of stuff, brain fog, mood swings, chronic fatigue. So it felt so good to get such a good night's sleep last night, and that baking soda, man, I'm I'm telling you, like, it helps so much. All the dead skin is off, and that's just gross, and it's like flaky skin. It just gets everywhere. It's just gross, and it makes a mess, and it's just like embarrassing, and it itches. Like, that's one of the reasons why it's so hard to focus and concentrate, and you have this brain fog because you're constantly itching. You feel like the stuff's crawling all in your skin and stuff, and it's just very, very distracting and irritating. So, excuse me. So, I'm going to be doing the internal flush with the baking soda as well. And I got this tip in my feed from a random website of YouTube channel, not random, but I was trying to check out natural shampoos and stuff because of my head with these patches all over. And they're talking about baking soda and using it internally. But also this dude who studied Morgellons disease and specifically the fungaloid part of it was talking about doing the baking soda bath and then also drinking it internally, and it gives you diarrhea and all that. But so we're going to be doing that. I'm going to have my coffee today. And then once I go to the bathroom and my stomach empties, then I'm going to do the baking soda treatment internally. And I'm going to get online and get a recipe as to how much, like teaspoons per how much water and everything. So when you take a bath, you can just dump as much in as you want. But when you take it internally, you got to make sure you're following a proper ratio and stuff. So just wanted to share that. And the only way to fight this stuff, it's a spiritual war. Okay, it's spiritual warfare, and the only way to fight it is with love, keeping your vibration high enough to where you reject this stuff instead of assimilating it, because that's what they're trying to do. And I'm not too into like talking about transhumanism and nanotechnology, but this shit's real, okay? And they ain't gonna get me, obviously, because my body's rejecting the shit. God's sending me information on how to heal, and other people that are and this dude, something Mount. I'll have to get his link and put it underneath in the description box. But he's an ambassador, okay, and he's got a PhD. He's an American ambassador for the United States, and he has a PhD, okay, and he's got these like shards of glass coming out of his skin and different things. So these are people who are legit, okay. There's a whole community of people helping each other with this, because doctors just tell you you're crazy. They can't tell you what it is. They give you medicines that don't work and make it worse, and so. And chemtrails, they've studied all this stuff. So, there's not even any dot connecting necessarily that needs to be done. It's been done for me, and it's out there, and I'm just focusing on the healing part of it. But I am going to get a microscope. My dad's sending me a microscope, and he's getting one for himself as well. And just so, I can just examine if I get weird stuff coming out of my skin. Just take a look at it. But like I said, I'm not all into being fascinated by any of that stuff. It's just arm yourself with information and knowledge, yes, but then don't stay stuck there. It's about the healing, keeping the vibration high, and how you do that is staying in your heart space, being heart-centered, staying love-based, and being positive. That's why my body's rejecting this stuff, because I vibrate so highly that it can't stay contained inside my body. So, and they'll never get your soul, brothers and sisters. The spirit, that's why they're trying to keep us in the flesh forever and all this transhumanist shit, because they know we're ascending and we're going back home with our divine heavenly parent. And they don't want that. They want the hive. They want the worker bee. Okay, so keep those vibrations high. Stay positive. Stay heart-centered, love-based. That's the Christ consciousness. That's the way out of here. Yahushua Mashiach, I love you. I love you all. Peace and blessings to you all.